Hello everybody, I am BlackPaperWings and welcome to our video on the top tips for playing Hogwarts Legacy. So Hogwarts Legacy is a massive game with a lot of content that players can easily miss or make mistakes in. And so in this video, we're going to go over 10 tips to help you get the most out of your experience. Transmog your gear. You're going to be getting a lot of random gear from chests, and just don't equip whatever has the highest numbers because sometimes it can look absolutely atrocious. Just like these dragon glasses. And so in order to avoid this, go to the gear tab and change the appearance of your gear to something more to your liking. Now, it took me a while to realize this, but now you know, so you won't make the same mistake I did and get halfway through the game with these horrible glasses. Tip number 9, always unlock upgrades. So whenever you complete a challenge in most open world games, you often get an instant upgrade. However, that's not the case in Hogwarts Legacy. Some of the challenges like the Merlin trials and ancient magic spots can give you permanent upgrades, but you actually have to manually activate them in the challenges tab. So please don't make the same mistake that I did and forget to activate these upgrades because it's going to make things more difficult. Tip number 8, find side quests. Now at the start of the game, it can be overwhelming to see all of the locked doors and all the cabinets that you can open. Do not waste your time trying to figure them out. There are side quests that oftentimes explain how to unlock them. And once you do find out how to unlock them, you can find really cool items. Like if you find all of the 16 house cabinets, you will get a unique house coat depending on your house choice. Now, tip number 7 is an important one throughout the entirety of the game. It's how to manage your money. So Hogwarts teaches you economics, and many of the teachers will ask you to buy items for their assignments, but you won't have any money at the start. Now, the only way to make money is through selling items you don't need or by completing side quests. So please be mindful of what you buy and sell, as money is hard to come by in the game. I recommend always selling gear that you are not going to use, which is the green, blue, and purple gear. Now, tip number 6 is the day and night cycle. So one of the features in Hogwarts Legacy is the day and night cycle, which can affect the behavior of characters in the game. Now, some quest givers will only talk to you at certain times of the day. If they're not around, you can wait for them by standing in a glowing circle. You may not realize that you can change the time of day whenever you want, but you can. Just open the map and press the R3 button on the PlayStation controller or the right stick on the Xbox controller to speed up time. Don't spend half the game running around the open world at night where it's hard to see anything. So tip number 5 is about the assignments. Assignments are a necessary but less exciting part of the game. They will help you unlock spells that are necessary for progression. However, some assignments require you to use potions, implants, and in battle. Now, these items can be overpriced, so it's better to save your money for seeds and potion recipes and blueprints for the Room of Requirement. The game incentivizes you to craft these items instead of buying them because it's much cheaper. Now, this might add a little extra work to the game, but in the long run, it will make your life in Hogwarts Legacy much easier. I recommend buying the larger tables or the pots so you can grow your seeds, and for the potions as well. Moving on to tip number 4, which in my opinion is optional, but we're going to talk about stealth in the game. So there are 4 stealth sections in the game that can be challenging without the right upgrades. And to make these sections more tolerable, select the stealth tree in the talents tab and unlock the Sense of Secrecy 1 and Sense of Secrecy 2 talents. Now, these talents will reduce the enemy's abilities to detect you, making the stealth mission much easier. But if you don't have a problem with stealth, don't waste any time or any points on this tree. But if you do struggle with it, spending 2 points on the stealth tree can make it in easy mode for a little while. Now, tip number 3, secret passages and doors. There are many secret passages and doors throughout Hogwarts that contain loot. Now, some of these secrets are hidden behind locked doors or puzzles. Now, while others are hidden in plain sight. Nearly every door in Hogwarts can be opened, even if it doesn't seem to serve a purpose. The most interesting rooms can be found behind random doors that you may never even have to go into. Now, exploring these secrets can be a fun challenge for the gaming explorer. You can also get really cool loot just by looking around and opening these chests. Tip number 2, make use of your spells. In Hogwarts Legacy, spells aren't just for doing damage and generating combos. They can also be used at specific times in combat to make certain enemies significantly easier. Don't waste your time trying to blink away at a heavily armored bog frog. Instead, take them out a smart way by exploiting their specific weaknesses. So for example, using Leviosa on a frog just as it's about to use its tongue to attack will both interrupt it and leave its vulnerable belly exposed, making fights against the creature much more easier. Now be sure to pay attention to your enemies and check out the enemy collections tab, where the game will tell you what spells are strong against which enemies. Finally, at tip number 1, unlocking main quest. So late in the game, you might run into a problem where you're not getting any more quests, and usually the game would automatically update the quest list with whatever you're supposed to do next, but that doesn't always happen. In order to fix that, all you have to do is go to the owl post and look at all of the letters. Go to the ones that have the exclamation mark on them and click it. And once you click them, you will find letters that are unopened, and all you have to do is click them and the quest list should update. Make sure you do it to every single exclamation that you see. Thanks for watching my video on the top tips for playing Hogwarts Legacy. I hope these tips help you have the best experience in the game. Remember to explore, craft, and enjoy the open world of Hogwarts. If you enjoyed these tips, please be sure to let me know in the comments and click the like button. It helps me out a lot. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.